It's fixed. I'll tell you how it's fixed. You can see it works. In fact, that's something I did not know about. There is an app for it. So you can download it onto your phone, and then that can allow you to test things out. Because that was pretty much the first thing I did. I connected it using the Bluetooth app, and then, okay, I knew that the sound was working, and then I was able to test whether it would go forwards and backwards, and it wasn't making any sound. At first, I was worried that the Hall effect sensors, the sensors that are used to detect whether the wheels are moving forwards or backwards, was broken, and that would have been a bit of a pain in the butt to fix, as now you have to go and source those parts for it. But as I spun this without the app, nothing was happening. But I noticed that when I was pressing this, at first I didn't hear anything, but when I moved the motor inside, so let me show you the motor right now. So when I moved the armature of the motor inside here, just a few degrees, and I pressed it, I noticed that the motor was struggling to spin. And maybe that is your issue, that you have a faulty motor. In fact, there were two issues with this motor, and I'll tell you the next one afterwards. So what I ended up doing is I took the motor out, and to take the motor out, you'll just simply take, for one thing, to open this up, there are 6 screws, 4 of them on the body, actually not over here, but over here. 2 at the back, 2 at the front, and also 2 that are hiding inside the battery bay. Here they are right over here, so you have to unscrew the cover for the battery bay, and then you'll see it right in there. And to get the motor out with the pinion over here, you just take a 2mm screw. Oh, these screws are kind of weird too. For the body, they end up using these torque screws, and I believe they are T6. Yeah, I think it's T8. They were T8s that were used to remove them. And if you don't have a T8 around, just use a 2mm. That's good enough of a hack job towards taking this off. Mind you, might scratch off some of the paint, but I take it you're fixing this because the warranty's over. All right, so to get this gear out, you can just stab the ruler or the screwdriver right behind the gear, and then that slides out. And by the way, the entire assembly does come out. The back assembly just folds out like this, so you don't have to do any soldering. I'm just going to turn up the power just to be on the safe side. Where's that button? There you go. Okay, so how did I get the motor out? Well, first you want to get it off of here. It's all by friction fit, by these little grooves that fit in there. So once you pluck up on the plastic over here, the back piece will start to move out. I think the rest of this repair, I'm not going to do it live here because I don't want to mess up something that's working right now. So to take this motor apart, this is what I ended up doing to fix it, is that I ended up plucking these 2 pins out using my 2mm, pulled them so they moved out to that was parallel to the shell of the body, and I repeated again over here, and that way the rear assembly can pull out. And the moment I pulled it out, I noticed something about the mechanism that was inside. The brushings looked fine, but the commutator, which is that copper piece which connects the brushings to the armature, it had a bunch of this black guck here. And I know that generally it's supposed to have some form of lubrication, but I think the technicians put in a little too much, and it created poor contact. And that's why the motor really wasn't spinning. By hand, I didn't really notice it because there was fairly reasonable friction. But the motor, I heard, was struggling because it was making poor continuity contact. So I ended up just wiping off all of that. And then I placed a little bit of tape back here, and then I used the app to test to see if the motor was spun, and it was spun just perfectly. Another weird thing was that when I turned back this machine gun when it was working again, I gave it a push forwards, and then I noticed it started to do this weird seizure thing where it would move forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards. And that's when I figured out what was wrong with this number 2. I tested out this, again, when it was all assembled, where I made this spin clockwise, and this one in the back should spin clockwise as well. Instead, it spun counterclockwise. And if I made this one spin counterclockwise, then this one over here would spin clockwise. So I knew the phase of the setup was backwards, and I don't know, my brother, who had this before, swears that he didn't do any soldering on it, so I take it that he didn't. But it's kind of weird that the soldering on this was backwards. It was wired backwards. So I ended up having to change the polarity of the solder joints back here from positive to negative and negative to positive, and reassemble it. And as you saw at the beginning, it all works. I'm not going to reassemble it again, but at least within 5 minutes, you can test to see whether if it was the motors that are at fault, and now you can try to fix the motor or source a new one and solder that new one in and put it back together. Anyways, that's it. Have fun. Good luck. And yes, Here's the app if you're curious on what it is.